Jason, how are you?
Good. How are you, Potter?
I'm doing well. Welcome to the Potter Buchanan show. I appreciate you jumping on.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. So I wanted to connect with you. Our mutual friend Charlie Janest, one of my best buddies growing up, and still to this day, was like, "Hey, I got this guy friend. Actually, didn't go to college together, but you guys were in the same circle, same path. Decided to move from New Hampshire to Alaska. So I was like, well, that's definitely interesting. Definitely a move. So that's kind of where I want to start it off. We were just talking a little bit before. You said you grew up in Vermont, then New Hampshire, and ultimately made the move to Alaska. Like, tell me about that. Well, what made you do that? Make that?
It's kind of a longer story. I left New Hampshire when I was about 25. It just wasn't for me. I was kind of chaotic teenage years. I was getting a lot of trouble, so I just want to get out. And I ended up finding a job traveling around the country. So I ended up traveling around the country and lived in an RV for some years.
Nice.
Lived out in Colorado, and I lived in a bunch of different areas. And I just realized that I love winter and I love being in the mountains. And I really like Siberian Huskies. So it's kind of been a travel. I went back to Vermont and I was like, this ain't for me. And then I always wanted to go to Alaska, right? But most people will like work until they're 60 and then they have the opportunity to do whatever they want. But you're kind of old. You can't really do anything you want. So I was
Yeah.
like, I'm just going to go do what I want now and then I'll figure out the rest of it later.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's like a bold move to do like early on in
Yeah.
life when you still have, but it's good, right? Like you still have your faculties about, and I assume as soon as you like exit your door, you got to kind of be moving, right? What's the temperature right now?
Well, we just got through a cold snap. It was about 40 below the past couple days. It's about zero now, but yeah, it gets pretty cold here.
Zero. So zero's not bad.
I'm not even wearing a jacket.
Well, I love that. My only real experience with Alaska, did you happen to catch the last season of True Detective? They put that in Alaska.
I haven't. I love that show, and I haven't seen that one. I want to really bad.
Not bad. Jodie Foster, she did a good job. Gets a little like alien-y at the end, but it was pretty good. Yeah, it's
Like
worth.
actual aliens.
It was like more like go. You couldn't tell if it was ghosts or aliens. I'm forgetting really the end of it, but it's worth a watch anyway, especially for you,
Yeah,
right? It's located
I
where
can
you're at.
see that. It's just kind of a place of like people love Bigfoot and they love like kind of mystery. It's a big, dark, mysterious, dangerous kind of place. So I get it. It's a good vibe for Alaska.
No, definitely. Yeah, it definitely makes a good TV show, but you're doing it in real life. So what I think meant to friend you on Facebook before I did this. I appreciate you doing this, by the way. I just texted you out of the blue and you're like, I'm down.
Yeah,
So
no,
that's
it's
awesome.
I've never done one, so it's kind of interesting. And I like I get a lot of like, I gave dog sled tours last year, and so many people are like, how do you the biggest risk is not, and like not making the move and just playing the safe option. To me, that's more risk.
Yeah. No, 100%. If and you kind of broke up there at dog sled, I'm kind of lost your audio there. Kind of went blurry.
I think alarm went off or
Oh, all right.
yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned like so but did you go out? You mentioned you love huskies. So you went out with the intent of doing dog sledding?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Well, like I was in Vermont in a and still Vermont, like a ski town. I'm self-employed and I'm doing pretty well. So like I had some money saved up and I was like, this is fun and all, this is cool, but this is what I want to do for the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, so you wanted the real deal.
The way the world's going, like the rat race isn't for me. And like here's my house where, it's completely unfinished. Like nobody will judge you. It's just people's priorities are about life. And like I'm one of the least interesting people in Alaska.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, you're as far as the us regular people still on
Guys,
warmer
you're all
land.
special. We're all special.
We are all special. What's the pup's name?
Well, I have 14 right now.
For
Then again, that's a small kennel. I know people with 100 dogs. They run like tour in businesses, or maybe they have a race kennel. But yeah, so 14 is a very pretty recreational number.
So that's hobby numbers up in
It's
Alaska.
very, yeah.
Where are your 14 dogs right now?
They live outside.
Really? They can withstand those temperatures? They're good?
Yeah, yeah. So I actually just made a post yesterday. It's all about food and keeping a lot of fat and protein in their bellies and just keeping straw in their houses. But they've been bred for this for 10,000 years. So, this isn't really much for them.
Yeah. I mean, huskies amazing creatures, right? It's pretty funny seeing, like, people just own huskies, like, in the US, just in, like, regular climates. Is that even should they be there? Like, do they enjoy that?
There's that's part of my what I want to do with my kennel is there's a lot of people that see pictures of like a husky with a sweater on and it's like the cutest thing ever. And maybe there's some that enjoy that. But for the most part, I have working on Siberian. Have you ever seen like the Disney movie Togo?
I have not, but I got 2
Okay, so
2
like,
kids, 3 and 1. Should I put it on the list?
oh, it's a fantastic movie.
What's it called?
I'm like Togo. It's
Togo? Okay.
Balto. You know Balto?
Balto I'm familiar with, yes.
So Togo was like the actual real star, but it kind of got put to the side. So Disney made a movie of him. But these are all like direct direct lines right from Russia, and they never got kind of molested with like the pet show lines with the big fluffy coats and everything. So mine are a little more sharp coated. They don't really look like your typical Disney dog, but they are purebred Siberians.
Okay, that's cool. What's the one inside's name that we just saw?
This is Denali.
Denali?
Let's see.
Hey,
She was
Denali.
my first dog. She's 11. I got her in Colorado. She kind of started the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And again, like this, when I got her, I was driving a really nice truck, and I got this puppy, and she just chewed up my truck and pooped in it, and like,
Yeah.
and I just realized like I don't care about the nice things. I care about like this, like the dog and all that stuff. And then Louis down here. I don't know if you can see him somewhere, but yeah,
Yeah.
Louis down somewhere.
Yeah, I see Louis. Can, can you name all 4?
Oh yeah, I've worked at a kennel with 90, 80 dogs last year. We could name all 80. It's not even naming. Like, what's going on with this thing? Let me fix this. There we go. Yeah. So we know their personality. We know every like curvature on their body. We know what their weight should feel like. We know what their personality's like. We know if they're having an off day. We know what their normal gait looks like. So if maybe they're foot sore, we can tell if something's going on. We know everything. It's like your kids or your wife when your wife comes home and you can just tell she's had a bad day because you just know her so well. We know every single dog just like that.
That's crazy. So there's a real science to it, or just
It's
you just
yeah,
know them because 'cause they're essentially
yeah,
like people in a way. I mean, because 'cause they're, like, actually working and, they gotta perform, right, when you're sledding.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
So what is it is that how you make money in Alaska, or what's how Oh,
Yes.
okay. 'Cause
The quickest way to become a millionaire with dogs is start with 2 million.
okay, yeah, they
It's not. I mean, there's some people that have like little like tour operations on the glaciers, and like all this the cruise ships will come in, and then they'll helicopter people up to the glaciers in the summer and run tours like that, and those people do pretty well. But for the most part, it's the lifestyle. It's really hard lifestyle. We're farming dogs, so.
yeah.
But to answer your question, I'm a carpenter. I've been a carpenter since I dropped out of high school and started banging nails. So
So, I mean, that's how you were mentioning before, kinda traveling around doing work.
yeah, exactly.
If you can work with your hands, like, you're basically employable anywhere.
Well, that's just it. I've taken it pretty seriously. I'm decent carpenter enough where I could go anywhere and find work easily.
Yeah. What was it like when you first so you mentioned you didn't know anybody, you just went out there. What was it like, how was is this the first place that you moved into?
No, I rented a place at first,
Yeah.
and a couple months later, I realized I wanted to stay in Willow here, and then that house came up, and I bought it.
Nice. You're in Willow,
Yeah.
you said? Okay. How close are you to say you want a can of Pringles, couple brewskis, how close are you
I
to a
can
store?
walk to
Okay.
the gas station. Yeah,
Nice, nice.
it's there's some parts that are remote, but man, 30 minutes from Wasilla, and there's Home Depot, there's Lowe's, I can get anything here that I need.
So when you take the dogs out, how far do you travel with them? Like if you want to go?
I have a young team. I've only been up here for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Most of my dogs are ones, so we're just running about 30 miles right now.
Okay. And you pack them all. What do you got a big truck? You pack them all in and drive out?
No, I can just leave. I actually live. Have you ever heard of the Iditarod?
Yeah.
So I live on the lake where the Iditarod starts.
Oh
So I
wow.
have access. I mean, I can just thousands of miles of trails.
That's awesome. And how often do you get out there?
A lot. I don't work I kind of work a lot in summer and I take some time off in the winter. So I'm working like 25 hours a week right now. And then I'll go out every day, every other day, somewhere around there.
Nice. So it's the real passion. Like that's what you love doing.
It's fun. I think a lot of people mistake like what I do for like hedonism and just doing what makes you happy all the time, but it's really not that. It's really hard and it's really meaningful. And you put so much in these dogs and they give so much back. So it's worth it.
No, that's beautiful. I mean, hedonism is more using, in my opinion, it's like I'm going to use other human beings. I'm going to drink. I'm going to pillage. It's really like there's no,
Me, just do
yeah,
what's yeah. So it's not like live your best life. It's more like do something meaningful and I think you'll find a lot of joy in that.
yeah. No, absolutely. I mean, I think that's so the reason I started this podcast, I got laid off. So I wanted to talk to interesting people doing interesting things. I don't know how many will see this and want to move to Alaska and mush dogs, but maybe they will. You know what I mean?
They'll hear 40 below and probably not.
Yeah, 40 below maybe, but it's zero right now.
No.
It's basically summer.
No, but you also don't have to move to Alaska to mush dogs. I mean, there's a lot of dryland mushing and just across, just running with your dogs. I started just bike joring and riding bikes with my dogs. And it's just fun. It's a fun bond. And I originally got when I was traveling, I was working 80 hours a week and I was stressed and I just wanted an excuse to get out. So I got a dog and I started hiking and I started
Yeah.
getting out. And she held me accountable to be a better person.
No, that's incredible. It's a good story. Is it you as you said is it the time where it's dark like all day right now? Or
That well, we just had this. It's funny. I just saw a meme that said in Alaska the solstice is a bigger deal than Christmas, and it's probably true. When those days start getting longer, we get really excited. So, so I'm like 90 minutes above Anchorage and 2 hours below Denali. So I think we're at 62 degrees. So we get about 5 or 6 hours of sunlight a day right now.
okay. From what to what? Like so you wake up and it's dark or how
Probably
does it
about
work?
10. I think it'll get light around 9:30, 10, and go down around 3:34.
Okay. I mean, that's got to make you appreciate the sun anyway.
Well, it definitely does. It's kind of a Buddhist thing where it's like, without no light, there's no dark. So yeah, it definitely does. But also I love running. I'll probably hook my dogs up at like 10 tonight and I'll go run like midnight, nice and cold. It's snowing right now, so there won't be a clear sky. But man, I got like some videos of running lights under the northern lights, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's quiet, and you can really learn a lot about yourself.
Absolutely. Like absence of anything around you, just in the cold, you and your dogs. Like it must be a
Yeah,
cathartic, like
very. Yeah,
incredible
most of the time.
experience.
Sometimes it's problem solving, and there's a lot of like critical thinking. And moose are everywhere around here, and they don't like dog teams, so you really got to watch out for moose. And yeah, there's a lot of danger. So you just always it's a mixture of being content and being like in that euphoric state, but also like keeping yourself together and paying attention.
Yeah. No, that's one I'm glad you said that because I wanted to ask about that. Like wildlife, moose are the if you're out on the trail, moose are the biggest like concern, number one.
Yeah, well, this time of year, bears are hibernating. We have a lot of bear around here and everything. We have wolves around here, but the wolves don't bother you. They'll just mind their own business. So yeah, the moose, if they're in the trail, they get kind of ornery, and they'll stomp dogs or run right through your team.
Damn. Have you seen so you see them out there, right?
Oh, they're everywhere. There's actually video you can find of like a moose running through a dog team, but it's Alaska. We protect ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely. You ever taken down a moose out there?
I have not, no.
No, but
No, I see them, but you're gonna have real bad luck one night if you run into a situation like that. It does happen. It happened. I did last year, I think 2 years ago, or somebody actually punched a moose. Came around a corner and there's a moose right there, and right in his face, you just punched it, and then the next guy came around and had to take it down. Dude, this is Jesse Holmes. I don't know if you know like Life Below Zero or any of
yeah,
these
I'm familiar
Alaskan
with the show. I've
shows.
never watched it, but I
Yeah, Jesse Holmes was on there. He's a real interesting guy.
my father-in-law, rest in peace, used to love that show, but maybe I mean, I'm getting like interested now. You know what I mean? Jesse Holmes punched a moose. So what kind of bear? Do you guys is you got the grizzlies up there?
I'm sorry, what?
Grizzly bears?
Yeah, there's grizzly, there's black bear.
You and once it gets warmer out, you'll see them walking around
Yeah,
or
I've seen I don't think I've ever seen a grizzly. I've seen some black bear, but yeah, I mean, you'll find, yeah, they're around, but you just gotta spend time outside and you'll run into them. But if you're making noise, most things just leave you alone.
yeah.
I mean, to me, nature is rational. Like, it makes sense. If an animal's hungry and it's a predator and you're prey, it's gonna eat you, and it's completely rational. Like, you get into humans, and it makes no sense to me. They're so irrational.
That's for sure, and the motivations behind everything, definitely questionable at high levels, making decisions for us little plebes down here. So what's your typical day look like? So you're working part-time now, so wake up.
Yeah, well, I work for myself, so I just kind of go in when I want.
Nice. Is it you said yourself, is it a company or is it you just contract out?
I, you know, I, I've worked for myself for a long time, but I plan on getting a job when I got up here because I didn't know anybody. And people are so friendly up here, just diverse. Everybody, there's just all different kinds of people, and we're all kind of in a land where you got to help each other.
Yeah.
So everybody's just really nice. So anyway, I was here for about a week. I was at the post office. I started talking to this guy, and turns out him and his like business partner had tons of work, and they hired me a couple years ago, and I've been basically just doing all their jobs uh, and keeping me busy. And they've basically just convinced me to only do their jobs. So I'm self-employed, but I kind of work for them. And it's kind of cool. They own a flight school. They're all pilots, so they're kind of like trying to get me to get my pilot's license and stuff.
So that's on the radar next?
I just like it's dogs are expensive. I don't know if I can afford a pilot's license.
Yeah. I mean, but, it would be the next challenge. How much is a
It'd be
pilot?
fun, man. It'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. How much is a pilot's license?
Well, I think I could get like I'd probably for like under 5 grand. I could probably get a license.
So that might mean 5 grand's nothing to sneeze
It's
at,
not
though.
no, it's not bad, but it's also a hobby where dogs take up a lot of bandwidth. And I feel like if you're flying a plane, you kind of want all your bandwidth on flying.
Yeah, you don't wanna be in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Did I feed dog 11 today
Yeah.
as you're fucking going through the air?
Yeah,
Uh,
but we'll see. Maybe someday.
yeah, no, that would be cool. I have 0 interest in that. I like being on the ground. I don't even like flying in general, but
Me too, but I think you gotta do things that scare you.
100%.
Just to kind of. It's so easy to get. I've been super complacent in my life, and I got to a point where I was 30, and I was like, dude, if I hit 40 and I'm still in the same spot, like I'll just hate myself. So I'm always trying to do, I guess self improvement, but like better myself, or just kind of stay young, I guess.
Buddy, I'm 37 and I started a podcast, so we're basically in the same boat there, you know?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta you gotta do stuff that
that's scary, man.
it is scary, but I mean, I can talk to people. I like talking to people. I like talking to you. Good, like it's fascinating, like Alaska in general. What do you got to feed these dogs every day? What does that look like?
So we buy my kibble by the pallet, about 2,200 pounds at a time. Um, so it's high quality meat, high protein, high fat. So we'll feed them twice a day with kibble, and then we also take raw beef in the winter. and thaw out raw beef and make like a bloody broth soup. I'll put some fish oil in there, and that's all I'll feed them for that. Like a day when it's 40 below, I'm gonna give them. I'll get out there at like midnight and give them a spoonful of chicken fat or like some turkey skins, or I got a bunch of salmon and moose and stuff. So I'll just give them snacks for extra calories to keep them, be able to keep themselves warm.
So that's the key to withstanding the temperature. They have to have the right nutrition or amount of food in their
Yeah,
stomach.
yeah, for sure.
Okay. And it seems like you're keeping night owl hours here.
It's funny. I've been construction my whole life, and I've always been a morning person. Besides when I was younger, I partied, but yeah, nah, there's something magic about Alaska nights, man. It's I don't know. It was an easy change to make. You get into those northern lights, and you just get adapted to that cold weather, and there's nothing like it.
It's got to be like a euphoria to it.
Yeah, it's surreal sometimes.
No, I know. I mean, staring up and seeing just stars with nothing else there, and then the snow around you. I'm getting.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
if you've ever
putting.
seen the Northern Lights, but
No,
it's magic.
I mean, you're selling me though. I'm putting myself in it right now. I'll tell
Yeah.
the my 3-year-old and 1-year-old boys we're about to get cold. Move to Alaska and have an experience.
Wow. Even Northern Lights tourism is actually huge around here.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. What is your so you mentioned community, right? Like in a place like that, people choose to be there and then like they have to deal with everything like the no light, the temperatures, and the different like challenges that you just normal people don't have to face. Do you think that like fosters a better community and people are more friendly there?
Yeah. Yeah, like the whole like ask your neighbor for a cup of sugars. It's still true here.
Which it is not. I'm from Massachusetts, and people,
Yeah.
they're not mean, but it's not like us. There's no Southern hospitality here.
No, and I'll tell you, there's not much that I miss about New England. But I will say, like the bluntness of like telling people what you actually think. Man, I miss that.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that we have in spades
Yeah, that's true.
for sure. So what's the plan like now? Is construction, run the dogs, and just enjoy it? Sorry, I didn't mean to make you have to think about your life. You can do whatever you
No,
want.
that's all right. It's good to think about your life. Well, I guess my with my cattle, I don't know. At this point I swing a hammer. It's just work. By the time I'm 50, I'd like to be doing something else, but we'll see. With the kennel, it's one I want to preserve working line Siberian genetics. It's kind of I just love working line dog. I love German shepherds. I love some beagles sniffing out bed bugs. I mean, it's just working dogs are just so cool.
Yeah.
But I would also like to maybe do some sort of like nonprofit with it or foundation where I just think if you can teach people like this responsibility of taking care of something and you really get this much back out of it, they give you that much love back. I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned. So maybe like to at risk youth or something. Like I spent a lot of time in like I was in juvenile detention facilities and been arrested a bunch of times and I was kind of an ass when I was younger, so I just if you could get somebody in like a good discipline and like into something where you actually get something back, like unconditional love is kind of is rare. So if you can show somebody that if you could put something into it and really get something back out, I think it can help some people kind of maybe have some more confidence in themselves and maybe make some better choices.
Yeah, confidence or a purpose.
Yeah,
It sounds like it's therapeutic. You seem like you got your head on straight now, so I mean, youth is
well,
we're all. I was never arrested, fortunately, but we're all menaces in our youth, or
sure.
at least the people, at least the people
Yeah.
I was around, we were menacing a bit. So
Well, that's half of it is the company you keep, right? That's part of the reason why I left New Hampshire. I mean, it's same with where you are. Just the drugs and the like the heroin and was just like crazy, and the amount of people that I knew that died and everything. And I was like, this isn't a place I want to be.
yeah, no, I mean, getting yourself out of an environment like just you having the wherewithal to know that and do it. A lot of people don't have. I mean, you put yourself about as far away as humanly possible, which is good, or not
Yeah,
good, but it's like, you're definitely gonna be out of the fray in Alaska, but just having the
yeah.
wherewithal to know, like, this is a bad environment, I need to get out of it, I think this is like an
But I
important.
also just I wasn't thriving there. I wasn't
Yeah,
happy. I've been in some really dark points in my life. So, when you get into that really dark place and you will think different and you'll start the things you appreciate are different. It can be, it's not for everybody. I like the cold weather, but if you could, or maybe I thought about going to Costa Rica, man. I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I almost went. I don't know. I was just like, I got money and I got freedom, and there's not too many times in life where you have both. So
yeah.
just make a choice
Costa Rica would have been the polar opposite. Is there
for sure. And I hate the heat, so this is a easy choice.
Yeah, I would be a Costa Rica guy if I had the option, but
Yeah.
the dog thing is a big draw because you basically got, like, a family there, like.
Oh, a dog family, yeah, but yeah, it's fun. It's I don't really have a life anymore. I don't really like going out and doing things. I don't even have a TV. I just read. I mean, I just have a million books. I don't. I live a pretty boring life, and I really like it.
Yeah, well, that keeps your mind clear. Besides, I'm gonna go on to post this, but, I January is always my clearest mind. I'll stay out, no social media, no beers. I'll still watch TV, but I'm reading some books this year. I finished 3 last year, which sounds kinda pathetic, but that was
That depends on how long it is.
they were books, and they were real books, and I finished them, so I was proud. I'm going for 5 this year. Maybe we could talk
Nice.
that. What's the best read you got back there?
I mean, it depends on. I mean, it's pretty wide range of different stuff.
Give me a top 3. Give me if you had to recommend 3 books. That's a big on the spot question.
Well, for dog sledding, there's a bunch. But Gary, do you remember Gary Paulson? He wrote Hatchet. Yeah, so he wrote one called Winter Dance, and I think that's a completely beautiful book. Uh, One of the reasons why I'm like, let's just make the book. Yeah, and then well, I'd have to kind of go look through one. There's a lot of life changing ones. I don't know if you've ever heard of The Alchemist.
I have. That came up
Yeah,
on a podcast I was listening to, actually.
and that's probably my favorite book of all time. It's really good.
That
I have a lot of conspiracy.
you got, Chaos back there?
I do.
Tom
Yeah,
O'Neill, that was in my list last year. I'm big on
yeah.
that stuff as well.
That was one of the 3 you read?
Yes, it was.
That's a 600-page book, man. Of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's no small feat.
Yeah, I know. It was a slog to get through, but I did it, and I was proud.
It's a lot of details, but it's
It
also
is.
really interesting, so
Yeah, no, I love that stuff. But yeah, no, I think that keeps you.
I'll continue too, because there's a bunch more, but, I think books they they've been the biggest, positive influence in my life.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can say that who read or pick up reading. I think it just helps keep your mind sharp. I notice the more I.
Well, it's a muscle, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because the more I do it, at first, like, because I'll go through these spells. Hopefully, it doesn't happen again where it's like a year and I just haven't read anything, and it takes like 3 months to even be able to like properly read and retain the information. So
There's days where I won't even move my book. I'll try to read a page before bed, and I just can't get through a book. And like the bookmark hasn't changed in like weeks, so it happens. Like, I mean, you get old, you have kids, man. Life's busy, but you're not going to be perfect. But as long as I just feel like I waste time sometimes. So like but reading a book is never wasting time.
no, no, certainly not. Uh, I think that's all I got for you. Anything I didn't cover you wanted to get to on life, Alaska, whatever it is?
Mostly I would just say if I'm not saying like you sell all your things and move to Nepal, but if you're stuck and you don't know what to do, it's trying different things isn't like the worst. Just You never know unless you try. So like the only thing I'm scared of is having regrets on my deathbeds. Just whatever choices you make sure you're not going to regret it later,
No, that's
including doing nothing.
yeah. I think doing not. I think people. One thing people get obsessed with is perfection or making sure something's the right move. But the important
Yeah,
thing is just fucking do it. Just go do it.
yeah, and
That
figure it out.
you're a living example of that. I mean, you just did it. So
Well, I'm no pioneer though. I followed other people, so it's
you did.
you just find your role models, and then be like, I want to be like them, and then just go do it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. So where do people I don't know if you want people following you on the socials, but I know you post cool stuff about the dogs and everything. Where can people find you?
I just have a Facebook
Okay.
for my name, Jason Hutchins. Sublime Siberians is my kennel. It's mostly, it's all just working line Siberian stuff. Just trying to educate people about what the Siberian really is. And, there's like thousands of them in shelters and stuff. And people just buy them not knowing what they are. So if I could, save somebody from buying a pet for Christmas and it gets in a shelter, that'd be a good thing.
Yeah. No, that'd be awesome. And I think people just love them because 'cause they're just beautiful dogs, but
Yeah.
they don't realize there's a purpose behind them.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of work, but for the right person, it'll change your life.
Yeah. No, that can clearly be true. Well, Jason, man, I really appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, no problem. I'm glad you found me interesting enough to want to talk.
I did. It was a great conversation.
Awesome. Well, it was nice to meet you.
All right, you as well.
Bye.